Well, morning, Paul. We start the season proper this Saturday. If we just go back to your appointment there at the beginning of the end of last season, the chairman said that he's giving you a 1-year contract and he expects promotion. Is this the start of perhaps the biggest week of your managerial career so far?
I wouldn't say it's the biggest week. I think it's a week where I think the whole club's looking forward to getting started, if I'm honest. The lads have worked tremendously hard in pre-season, and hopefully we might get one or two of the injured lads back on the field for the start of the season, and then we want to start the season well. So, yeah.
What's the overriding feeling this week? Is it anticipation, excitement, or maybe relief because it's perhaps a lot of the hard physical work out of the way now?
I think it's a combination of all those things. I think excitement's got to be high up on the list. Everyone's looking forward to the season starting. Everyone's looking forward to the back of pre-season because, like I say, it is hard physically. But I think it's a culmination of all kind of emotions. I would have thought every kind of emotion that you can feel is going to be in the build-up towards Saturday.
If you had to score pre-season out of 10, what would you give your side?
5. Proper, we've done things well. We've not done some things that we haven't done so well. Been some good individual and good collective performances, but we've also picked up 1 or 2 knocks, which have been a bit disappointing. So yeah, probably 5 out of 5.
I was going to say, have those injuries maybe made the last couple of weeks a little bit disjointed? You've not perhaps going into the start of the new season with your freshest side available?
Yeah, I think the preparation's been hindered. If you see the side I put out Saturday, and that's not being disrespectful to the lads I put out Saturday, but we rested 1 or 2 players that are probably going to be in the first 11 on Saturday. I did this because we just can't afford any more injuries at the club at the minute, and like I say, going into Saturday, it'll be interesting to see who's fit and who isn't.
I want to talk more about Saturday in a moment. Adam Murray, though, appointed as your skipper for this season. Standout candidate for you?
He's done really well pre-season. I'm one of these people that I judge people on what they do. It's been a clean sort of sweep of the board in pre-season. Adam's done everything asked of him. He's been a leader on the training ground and on the pitch, and his performances, I think, have warranted it.
I was going to say, during the summer, especially when you made the signings of Worthington, Boland, Stevenson, and myself must confess, I didn't see Adam Murray maybe starting in this side next season. Has he proved the point to you?
He's not proved the point to me yet. I think proof in the pudding is coming into the Christmas period to see who's playing in the side then. All I can comment on is what I've seen of Adam Murray up until this stage, and Adam Murray's been excellent and has done well in everything I've asked him to do. When we've got a fit, strong Adam Murray, we've got one of the better midfielders at this level of football.
Were there any other candidates who you were tempted maybe to give the armband to, and if so, is one of them going to become your vice captain?
No, there's not going to be a vice captain. I think what we'll do if Adam Murray gets injured or isn't in the side for lack of form, etc., then we'll choose someone that's available. Because if you see now, we've got a horrendous injury list at the minute, so. It'll be the candidate that I think is going to be playing that day that I think will do a good job for the side. We can't just give it someone as a vice captain because you never know when the captain and the vice captain are either injured or of lack of form.
Just run us through briefly, if you can, because I know it's quite a long injury list, where you stand with your squad in terms of fitness and health.
In terms of fitness, we have Meikle still out, Boland still out, Sutton out, Riley out. Reece Day out. We have Joe Kendrick missing for the first game of the season through a 1-match ban. But other than that, the other lads are very fit. Fitness levels are good, and as you saw Saturday, some of them really did stake a claim for a place this Saturday.
You've mentioned quite a few defenders there. Are you tempted to go into the loan market this early in the season, or will you potentially bring another permanent signing to the club in that department?
At this minute, I'm up to budget, so we're going to have to think soldier on. With what we've got at the football club. So some people can sit here moaning about it. It's I don't think there's any promotions and relegations that are going to be sorted in the first month of the season. You know, other people are going to get injuries throughout the season. So I think we've just got to soldier on with what we've got now and go into Saturday's game and try and get a win with the players that are fit.
Let's look at that game then. Bath City here on Saturday, kick off at 3 p.m. I think by your own admission, Paul, you've said in the past as a manager you're a bit of a slow starter when it comes to your side starting the season. What are you expecting then from this game and maybe the first 5 or 6 games of the year?
I'm expecting them all to be tough. You know, we've had Bath watched a couple of times. The manager there has done a fantastic job. Finished 10th last season, and they're going to be no different this season. I think every game we've got to go and earn the right to win it. I've said it's a fact that my sides are usually are really slow starters. But this season, I think all I want this season is a nice steady start. I don't. People say about being top of the league. I'm not too concerned if we're not top of the league. Come the end of August and middle of September. But if you historically, if you look at my sides, we usually hit the ground and start to really play around the Christmas period. It doesn't. I know the expectation of the club. I know that fans want to be top of the league all the time. But for me, it's where we finish. Come the end of April that matters to me.
Could be quite a contrast then, because we look at maybe the last 2 or 3 seasons here at Mansfield Town, the side has notoriously started quite well and has been up at the top of the league early on in the season, and potentially it could be a slow starter. Have you ever managed to put your finger on why your sides have maybe taken a while to get into their stride?
No, I haven't. Because if I had, we'd have put things right earlier on. I'm not saying we don't want a great start. I'm not saying that we don't want a bad start. All I'm saying is that I'm looking for the lads to have a nice steady start. I think the lads, what we've had here is, when we sit down and think about what we've had to do here, we've had to put 16, 17 players together, get them to gel, get them organised, and I think. That process is still taking place. Now we're not going to be, we're not going to be fantastic every game, But what I'm looking for, and if you look at our pre-season results and how pre-season's gone, we have there's been a steady incline in performances and results, and we just want that to continue. If we got about our business the way we have done in the last 4 or 5 games, then. I'll be quite excited, but I'm mindful of the fact we've got key players missing as well. Like I said, that's not a moan. That's a fact. You take 3 or 4 players out of any side in this division with the calibre of what we've lost, and they're going to hurt you. But we're going to give it a right good go in this early part of the season, and like you say, we want to be competing at the top end of the table.
I'll start with Paul. Well, I started with Paul Cox. I'll finish with Paul Cox. This is the highest that you've ever managed it so far in your career. What will Saturday mean to you, walking out of that tunnel come 3, seeing Field Mill, no doubt very busy? What will that mean to you personally?
It'll be a brilliant feeling. I've said to since I've been here that some of the warmth from the supporters has been excellent, and I think the supporters are getting on board what we're trying to achieve here. It's not going to be overnight, but I think. The supporters just understand what we're about now, and I just think that if the supporters can play their part this season, we can have a good season, and hopefully come the end of the season that we're in a position to push in for a promotion place.
Are you doing a bit as well, mate?
Now I've got what I need, mate.
With regard to the 2 trialist centre-half lads, are you going to keep them involved? Or?
I'd like to keep them involved, Matt. I think both of them were excellent on Saturday. It's something that we seriously having to consider. The problem being at the minute is I'm up to budget, and it's about freeing up finances to get them in, because obviously the lads will want paying. Big problem as well is we've got that many sort of in Jason's room injury now that it's really it's really tough to get people out. Because if Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, if we do lose any more, then we'll all be signing. We'll be playing. But yeah, I thought both of them were excellent. If I'm honest, Saturday, I thought both of them are young lads. the way they competed, their organisation for such young centre backs, I thought they were excellent. But like I say, that'll be down to finance. If we could free some money up, it'd be brilliant. But at this minute in time, that's not going to happen.
Could you maybe even just get them on a week to week, just tidy over or something?
Yeah, I think these are the things I'm looking at this week, Matt. You know, I want to go into the first game of the season not hoping, if you get me. You know, on Saturday, even if you say, well, you've got the likes of Bell, you've got the likes of O'Neill, but if we lose another one in that game, we are really down to the bare bones. You know, we are looking at playing probably somebody that isn't probably a defender in defence, which isn't really brilliant to start the season with. But you know, like I say, no one could have guessed, especially the 3 injuries at Ilkeston. No one could have really, you know, and the booking for Kendrick coming out of the blue. When we only found out that sort of middle of last week, the Irish FA emailed the English FA and told them they had an outstanding for 5 bookings, I think it was, a 1-game ban. So no one could really envisage what was going to happen. But like I say, we've just got to, I think, you know, whatever the scenario, we've just got to get on with it. You know, it's, like I say, there's no promotions, no relegations going to be fought in the start of the season. But you know, in a different scenario, it would be nice to have your full quota of players for these first month of the season. You know, we're not going to have it, so like I say, just gotta get on with it.
With regard to the injured lads then, how far are they off now? If we go through me.
Yeah, well, Riley should be fit, I'm hoping. You know, Riley's gone in for another checkup this morning. We'll be doing a little bit this afternoon and hopefully back into full training tomorrow. Fingers crossed. John Thompson's just a no-starter, I think, for the first at least 4 to 6 weeks, from what I've been told. Sutton might just miss out, depending on how he goes about things today.
So you think he's got an outside chance?
Well, I'd like to think he's got an outside chance. You know, but once again, we don't want to chuck him in for the first game and lose him for 2 or 3 weeks after that. Meikle is with me this morning, just doing a little bit of rehab and running if we get him running.
So his ankle still?
Yeah, it's his ankle, yeah. Might have an outside chance, but once again, it's going to be real touch and go. What else is there? Take a check. Bowley's going to be starting sort of running today. You know, with me. I'd like to think that he might come back into training tomorrow, but once again,
but he's going to be out for the start, isn't he?
I think he's going to be out, as in missing for the start. I mean, what we don't want to do, let's say, with Bowley, we don't want to push him.
What's he done?
His ankle ligaments. And Reece Day. Reece, you know, we don't know. It's gone from his knee and he's gone to his ankle. So, you know, with Reece, we've got to wrap him up in kid gloves, you know, for a little bit, because, you know, these secondary injuries, you know, can be a right pain.
Yeah.